Ever walk into a room and immediately feel out of place, like you didn't belong? Now imagine feeling that way during one of the most vulnerable and transformative moments of your life, giving birth. And that feeling, my friends, is why we need to talk about representation in birth work. Hello, beautiful soul. I am Tiana Capri, your friendly neighborhood certified birth doula, coming to you from the heart of the Inland Empire. And today we are diving deep into a topic that's not just close to my heart, but essential for the health and well-being of our entire community. So let's get into it. Now, for those who might be new here, let me break it down. When we talk about representation in birth work, we're talking about birth workers. So your doulas, your midwives, your OBGYNs, your nurses, those who reflect the diverse communities they serve. And as a Black woman, a mother, and a certified birth worker, I've experienced firsthand just how crucial this is. Matter of fact, let me paint the picture for you. Imagine a young Black mother excited and nervous about her first pregnancy. She walks into her first prenatal appointment and sees a team that looks nothing like her. They use terms she's not familiar with and makes assumptions about her lifestyle that just don't fit and are likely inaccurate. She's uncomfortable and doesn't feel like her concerns or her voice are valuable, so she leaves unheard and misunderstood. Now let's flip the script. The same mother walks in, but this time she's greeted by a diverse team, including a Black midwife who immediately puts her at ease. They discuss her concerns and language she relates to and respect her cultural background. Suddenly, this mother feels empowered to ask questions and actively participate in her care. And this isn't just a hypothetical scenario. This is my story and the story of other mothers that I've spoken to or worked with. Studies have shown that when Black mothers have culturally competent care, including care from Black birth workers, health outcomes improve dramatically. We're talking about lives saved, families strengthened, and communities uplifted. In fact, I'll share a powerful experience I had without mentioning my client's name. I was working with a first-time mom who came from a background similar to mine. She was nervous about giving birth in a hospital because of stories she'd heard from family members and friends about feeling ignored or dismissed by medical staff. From our very first meeting, I could see the relief in her eyes when she realized her doula looked like her and understood her concerns. And throughout her pregnancy, we worked to build on her confidence and create a birth plan that honored her wishes. And when Labor Day came, she was ready. In the delivery room, there was a moment where she felt her concerns weren't being taken seriously by a nurse. I saw the panic in her eyes, but before it could escalate, I stepped in. I helped articulate her needs clearly and advocated for her, ensuring her voice was heard. And the energy change in the room was immediate. The medical staff adjusted their approach, taking time to explain procedures and asking for her input. She was visibly relaxed and really felt empowered and in control of her birthing experience. After the birth, she told me, having you there, someone who truly got me, made all the difference. I felt strong, heard, and respected. And that experience reinforced for me just how crucial representation in the birth room is. It's not just about being present, it's about creating a bridge of understanding that can transform the entire birth experience. Now, I know this information can be a lot, but it's really important. And if you're finding value in this content, please hit the like button, drop a comment, and make sure you're subscribed with the notifications on. Your engagement helps spread this vital information to more people who need it. Now, let's be clear. Representation isn't just about race. It's about culture, language, and lived experiences. And as a birth and death worker serving the Inland Empire and surrounding counties in different capacities, I've had the privilege and honor of working with various cultures from all walks of life, each bringing their own unique background, beliefs, experiences, and birth preferences to the table. Did you know that some cultures have specific postpartum practices that can seem unusual to Western medicine, but are deeply important to the mother's recovery? In Latin American cultures, there is a practice called La Cuarentena, and that is a 40-day postpartum period where the mother is cared for by female relatives. And in some Asian cultures, there is a similar practice called Sitting the Month. Pretty interesting, right? Having a birth worker who understands these cultural nuances can make a world of a difference in a mother's comfort and overall birth experience. It's not always just about having someone who looks like you in the room. It's about having someone who truly gets you. Although, if you can get someone who looks like you, make it happen. This understanding and representation can be incredibly empowering. When a mother sees someone who shares her background in a position of authority and knowledge, it sends a powerful message. It says her voice matters, her experiences are valid, and she has a right to make informed decisions about her body and her baby. This is crucial because historically, women of color have often been dismissed or not taken seriously when expressing concerns about their health. A study published in the American Journal of Public Health found that Black women's pain is often underestimated and undertreated in medical settings compared to white women's pain. Having representation in the birth room can help counter this bias by ensuring that all mothers receive the respectful, attentive care they deserve. But here's the beautiful thing. When we increase diversity in birth work, everyone benefits. It's not just about serving mothers of color, although that is incredibly important. It's about creating a richer, more inclusive birth culture for all families. It promotes cultural exchange, breaks down stereotypes, and builds empathy across communities. For white families, having birth workers of color can be an opportunity to confront and overcome unconscious biases. For families of color, it can begin to cultivate a healing and understanding that's often been missing from their healthcare experiences. It has the potential to be a win-win situation that moves us all towards a more equitable and compassionate healthcare system. Now let's circle back to that question I asked at the beginning. Have you ever felt out of place in a healthcare setting? Maybe during a prenatal appointment or even during labor and delivery. I want you to share your experiences in the comments below. Your story could help someone else feel less alone and also spark important conversations about improving birth care for everyone. If you're in the Inland Empire or surrounding counties and looking for a birth doula who understands the importance of representation, I'm here for you. Check out my services in the description below. Whether you need prenatal support, labor and delivery assistance, or postpartum care, I'm committed to providing culturally competent, compassionate care to every family I serve. And for my aspiring birth workers out there, especially my sisters of color, know that your presence in this field is not just welcome, it's necessary. Because you have the power to change the lives and reshape the birth experiences for generations to come. If you're interested in becoming a doula or midwife, drop a comment or reach out to me directly. I'd be happy to point you towards resources and training programs. I hope you found value in today's video. If you haven't watched this video, be sure to check it out. I've linked it in the description as well. Before we wrap up, I want to take a moment to highlight a very important cause. Pregnancy and infant loss and its associated grief are difficult topics we often overlook, but it is a reality for many families. If you're able, please consider donating to Sacred Chrysalis Perinatal Loss and Bereavement Services, where we provide crucial support and resources to women and birthing persons navigating the heartbreaking journey of pregnancy and infant loss. You can also support us by purchasing one of our guided grief journals. Your contribution can make a real difference in someone's healing process. I've included links to our donation page and journals in the links below. Remember, representation in birth work isn't just about having someone who looks like you in the room. Although, as I mentioned before, if you can have someone that looks like you, do it and make it happen. Ultimately, it's about creating a birth experience where every mother feels seen, heard, and respected. It's challenging the status quo and working towards a world where every family has access to culturally competent, compassionate care. Thank you for joining me on this journey towards more inclusive, equitable birth care. Until next time, stay empowered, stay informed, and keep advocating for positive change in the birth world and beyond. And I will see you in the next one. Peace.